Hey y'all, welcome back to Steph's Design Space. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. Have you ever wondered what to do with postcards that you have, especially the ones that are written on, stamped, etc., right? So in our collecting, we love to collect beautiful postcards and the writing that is inside of them. I mean, I have a plethora. I do have blank ones. I have those separated out. The blank ones I use as journal cards because you can write on them. There's nothing there. But the ones that have writing, like, what do you do with them, right? So I have devised a way that we can use our written on postcards and not degrade the integrity of what's inside. So here are two postcards, and as you can see, can you see? I wonder if I should zoom in a bit. That may be better. We can still read everything that is written. See the stamps. Yes, I still have this ridiculous cough. On both of them, and I have made a booklet. So just a simple one. It's not real thick, it's not real big. It has 3 pages, and that is what I'm going to show you today. How you can use your postcards that have writing and make them functional in your journals and save the integrity of both sides. So first things first, I did pull out quite a few, and I have prepped some of this because y'all know I am so slow. But I pulled out postcards that semi-matched. So these two are both crab shacks, but they're from 2 different time periods. Oh no, it's not. One's from 76, one's from 77. So, but they're from 2 different places, I think. This is from Maine, and this is New Hampshire. Anyway, also the key is same size, right? So we want same size. So I have those 2. This, they're not really, they don't really match, but they matched well enough for me to be the front and back. And I will give, oh, this one is to the side because that's a different type. But pulling ones that same type of scenery per se, and same size. And really, the most important is the same size, because if you're making a booklet, you definitely need them to be the same size, because what we're in essence making is a front and back cover. And then these 2 were like monuments, so I thought those would be good, and I really believe that they were sent by the same person by airmail. Really cool. Yeah, they were sent by the same person, and it's really fun to read these postcards. Okay, so we have the postcards, and what I did on each postcard is I scored the top at, what I scored at, 1/2 inch. No, it didn't. That's a 1/4. So this is a 1/4. So on your scoreboard, I'll just pull my little one. I put it on here, and it is just the 1/4, right? So it's a very small score line. But what that does is it allows you to open it without it breaking and creasing unnaturally. That score line helps with this opening and closing of the booklet. So that's very important, in my opinion, to score them both at the half. And you just determine which one you want on the front. I personally like this one the best, so I want this to be my front cover, and then this one will be the back. And one, you know, directional doesn't matter because they're still going to be sideways, but the point to this is to have a notebook and that you can still read. And then I took scrap cardstock, it doesn't matter what it looks like because you're not going to see it, but it's important. I just made a hinge, and this cardstock is 1/2 inch, right? So this is a 1/2 inch across. Now how long it is depends on your postcards. And then I literally just folded it in half. So let me get my glue. And we are going to, oh, you know what? I didn't measure that. Happens to be perfect, so that's good. Okay, so I am going to score the little fold. I'm going to put glue on. And then we are going to take the hinge and glue it like this. And the reason I decided to do it this way, because I did it a different way. I didn't do the hinge part. I just glued it in here. But it made it not as easy to open and close, right? And I felt like it wasn't strong enough. So this hinge gives something for the paper to stick to as opposed to the postcard. Okay, so we're going to do it like that. And then the same on the other side. So we're just gluing the hinge to the folded part. I know sometimes my brain just has a very difficult time figuring out the best way to do something. Anybody else? Just me? Okay. So you may see a little bit peeping out. Trying to get it lined up properly. Now I didn't decorate or add to this at all. I just created it. One, I was just playing around to see if I could actually do it, right? Okay, so now it opens up perfect. Okay, and we still see the stamps, we still see the writing, we can still see everything. And it didn't mess up the integrity. So we do that, and then I pre-cut strips. So these strips are going to be the notebook, for lack of a better word. I am just going to take 3, and I am going to fold them in half. Now it's a little bit shorter, or I can just measure and cut it off. Right, but then I have this extra, which I could use in other things. So it really does determine how you want it. So we'll go ahead and cut it off so it fits in the fits in here. So I am going to cut it off right about there. Oh, you know what I can do instead of pulling this out? I'm really thinking, I mean, I know the cough is the last to go, and I know it can linger for a hot minute, but y'all, it's exhausting. I'm really thinking maybe I should go back to the doctor and just double check, right? And make sure that there's nothing, nothing going on. Okay, so for me, what I'm going to do, now you can glue these together if you want to. It's honestly just easier for me. And I like these edges, so I want those to go out. Like one of these is dot grid, doesn't matter. But it's easier for me if I just do the little tiny attacher, just a bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. We'll do one in the middle because sometimes it tends to gape, right? Now we are just going to do a strip of glue, and you can use whatever glue you want. I'm just using art glitter glue. As we know, that is one of my favorite glues. So we're going to put that right there, and it will fold. It's not on the crease. You just have to kind of watch that. And let's go ahead and do right here on the thing, because I can see where the crease is. And then we will just fold this up and stick it down. So we will smush it. Now the glue is still kind of wet, so I should wait, but you know, my patience is nil to nothing. And then we have a little notebook. So this is just a super fun way to use the postcards that have writing, and you're not messing up the integrity of either side. Now, if you don't like this side, because I'm going to be honest, there are some postcards that I have that I don't like what's on the outside. You can cover it, you can decorate it, you can do whatever, but you're still saving the sentiment. So, Dear Joan, I walked through these trees last night. The blossoms are still out, so we'll see them again this afternoon in beautiful spring sunlight. We'll have to see Washington by moonlight together soon. Love, Jean. Like, how sweet is that? When was this? 1962. April 25th, 1962. And then this one was April 26th. Dear Joan, this is our hotel in Washington. Okay, this is our hotel in Washington. The plumbing isn't the best and the elevator doesn't work, but it's right in the midst of the downtown part of the city and almost next door to our meeting rooms. Love you, Jean. Oh my gosh. How sweet is that? Right? So I love keeping the integrity of the inside. And now that I've read it, the outside is important, right? So I would not alter this in any way. The only thing I would do maybe is add some lace or trim to the spine, but that's not necessary either, right? All right, let's make a different one. So I do have a different, and those are the postcards that are vertical. Like all of these are horizontal, so the picture itself is going horizontally. These two, which are amazing, are going vertically. So I already scored it, like I said, same exact score lines. I just did it at the top. This is from 1911 and this is from 1913. I don't, and they're from two different people. This is New Orleans and this is Kent, Ohio. But I felt like the pictures were, they complemented each other, right? And you're only going to see one or the other at any given time because it's a front and a back. So it is the same exact concept. You just have to figure out, well, not really, because it doesn't matter which one's on top or bottom. Because you can flip it this way or you can flip it this way. You know, once you start writing in it, it will matter. So we are going to put them together in the same manner. Now this one is obviously too long, but I am going to glue it down and then I will cut it off. So I make sure that it is right. Because I was on a Zoom with Lori and she was asking me how to do used, and she said somebody had done something. I don't remember what she said, but anyway, it got my creative juices flowing and I was like, well, let me try this. Let me see what I can come up with. Because between the both of us, our memories are, well, they are what they are. I don't want to say lacking, but we do struggle with remembering things. Okay, just trim that off. All right, now, and these are the same size. Again, that is important. because you just have to look at these as being a cover to a booklet or a book or whatever. And so if they're not the same size, your front and back cover are going to not match. So you'll have one, you know, larger than the other, and that's not good. Okay, I'm going to squish that down, and in the meantime, we are going to... I do like this dot grid. I just coffee dyed some dot grid paper that I had, and I'm just gonna keep with the 3 because I don't want them bulky either. So while I'm letting that dry, we will just trim these down. As so. My little tiny attacher. Oh my goodness, it has run out of staples. And to be honest with you, I have never put staples in this. Huh. That's funny. Well, not really. It's very sad. Is it the same? I would think. It doesn't appear. I feel like this slides out. And y'all just get to watch the struggle bus. It's a weird way, though. It opens weirdly. I want to say it opens. Oh my goodness. Am I going to have to pause my own video just to figure out how to open? Oh no, I think it opens from... There we go. Okay. I knew it opened odd. So anybody watching, this opens odd. And here is my... Is this it? No. Where are my tiny staples? Well, I may have to pause this video because I know y'all don't want to listen to me rummage through this very unorganized drawer. Hang on, I might have it. Nope, those are regular size. Oh, goodness knows I have enough regular size staples in here. Oh, there they are. Tim Holtz. I see it. Ah, okay. We are spared. The least amount of editing I have to do, the happier I am. Okay. Then you'll just get to watch me add staples to the tiny attacher. Isn't this riveting YouTube video? Well, hopefully it's helpful, if nothing else, right? Now we get to see how many little strips fit. 3 fit. So a little plus addition to this video, how to load the tiny attacher, because the bottom part comes up. It is very unique. Okay, back to our regular broadcast. And voila, there we have it. See, it buckled, but I'm just gonna fold it because I'm not gonna be stressed out about any of that. Okay, I'm gonna glue it onto here because this is shorter than the width of that. And a good amount, right? So it stays. And then we just put it, but we don't want it to touch the fold, which I know y'all probably cannot see, but because if you go over the fold, it's not gonna obviously close properly. And then we're gonna do the top. And there you have it. Oh my gosh, this is such a fun idea. Such a fun way to use these postcards. And like I said, you can add lace. Let's do that. Let's do that to this one. Which one do I want to be the front? I really do like this one. I like them both, but this one I really, it's my favorite side. If I had to choose the sides, this would be my favorite side. So, I'm trying to see in this whole giant bucket of lace that I have, because I want it to still be able to fold. And obviously I would put it on both sides. Okay, let me get Glenda. And I will, so what is about half? Okay, so if I do it like that, all right, so we're just gonna wait for Glenda to get hot. I don't know if y'all can hear our trash people decided now is the grandest time to come pick up our trash. So we're just going to put a strip. I'm going to do it closer to the top rather than the fold. And then I am going to stick it down, give or take about halfway. But the only part that's going to be glued is above the fold. For I don't want the fold to have glue because that will mess up how it works. And then we can just go ahead and trim this. I'm going to make it easier. I wonder how many times I'm going to say fold in this video. And we can trim. Sometimes it's easier for me to trim this way. Perfect. Okay, set that. I'm just going to put this back over here. And a strip of... I do love the fact that this one stays charged for so long, but she is so drippy. Okay, a little strip. And we're going to bring that up. Like so. And two, if you do a little strip of lace or what have you, if you do have any of the spine showing or anything like that, I should have done it opposite because this has more on that side, but that's okay. You have options, right? At least until you start writing in it. All right, so I think we're gonna have to fold it with the paper. So you kind of have to recrease it with the paper so the paper knows what it's supposed to do. And there you have it. Oh, I think the glue seeped over. Yes, it did. So that is what the problem is. Okay, well, easily fixed. There we go. And we have that. But how beautiful is this? And then it can just go in like that, and you have a beautiful vertical as opposed to just a horizontal. So now y'all know how you can utilize your beautiful used, well-loved, however you want to name it, postcards without sacrificing the integrity of what is on the inside. or the outside, unless you want to, right? So I just thought this would be a great little tutorial for y'all to see. And hopefully I see all kinds of people pulling out their postcards and using them. There we go, that's better. Because it's a shame just to keep something in a drawer or in a box. You know what I mean? It's nice to see them out and about in the real world, being cherished. And I will tell you, this is probably one of my husband's favorite things to shop for. I'm doing that wrong. Oh, no, I'm not. I've confused myself. Are we shocked? No. No, we are not. You need to come. There we go. Alright, that folds, and that folds. Just checking the folds. Don't want any mishaps since I got myself very confused, which y'all know it does not take much at all, unfortunately. But you know, I know my limitations, so it is what it is. Alright. And you can do this with greeting cards too. So if you have some beautiful greeting cards that have writing in them and you're like, I don't want to mess that up, make it a notebook. So you can still use it in your journals, and you still have the card intact. Okay, there we go. And then the stapler. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do all of these because, well, I'm slow and that's not going to happen, but I did that wrong. Okay, well, to this, you know what? Because it's going in the side, not the top. Although you still could do these from the top, because it's going to be sideways regardless, right? So you could do it from the top as well, but that one is not from the top. So let me just take these out. I don't even know if this staple remover would work. Somewhat. That's alright. And it's okay that it has holes in it. Who cares? I'm not going to throw them away, right? So basically I'm just reusing junk, just like I always say. Reuse, recycle, repurpose. The 3 R's. There we go. And I think I am going to take the opportunity now and fold them as crooked as humanly possible. Good gravy. Okay. Now, maybe I don't need to use as much glue because it did seep out on that other one. There we go. And we'll let that be for a minute. I will open it. I'm going to let it dry a little bit longer than I usually do because, you know, patience and all. So I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to hear your comments. Is this something you're going to try? Is this something you're going to look forward to doing? Does this open up possibilities when you're out treasure hunting and you're shopping for all the fun vintage things? Have you ever just looked at postcards and be like, oh, they're so beautiful, but what do I do with them? And so my hope is this has opened up some doors and some creativity, and I would love to see if you do something different. I love inspiration from you. So and the best place to share your inspiration is on my Facebook group, and it is linked down below. I would love to see everybody there sharing your inspirations. So there we have it. This one I pre-made, so I'll just put that at the top. Not that it matters, but I just wanted to make sure. And then you can put them like this as well, right? So they open this way. However you want to do it, whatever makes you happy. So don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, share with your friends, and follow me in all of the places. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.